Welcome to another TV with the HP Envy 17 Leap Motion Notebook in an unboxing. Huge box since the name says it already. It's a 17-inch notebook. Not one of my favorite sizes since I'm usually an ultrabook guy. So 13, 14 inches, maybe 15 if there's a cheap one. But this is the world's first Leap Motion notebook, which means we have this little Leap Motion controller inside. And if you haven't heard of the company, it's quite cool. You just plug this little controller into your PC. Usually it can be a notebook, PC, anything that has, I think, Windows on it. I'm not sure if it's running on Mac OS, but actually I think on the box it says it. So this is kind of like, from Kinect or the Wii. You just have your hand over the sensor and then it sees all your 5 fingers and you can move around your operating system just by moving around your fingers, your hands. You can twist things and it really operates in a 3D space. It's a really cool device. This costs $100 or about 70. It's in the Leap Motion notebook by HP inside. This is quite cool, and there is also a first keyboard already by HP which supports this for all the desktop PCs in the future, so you don't have to have the separate adapter. And now this is quite cool if you want to use Windows 8, for example. You can just move your hand around the operating system. You don't have to touch the screen actually or use the keyboard. So let's see what we have inside the box here, since it's actually not that thrilling box here. There's an HP logo, some technical details like it has a full HD screen, an Intel Core i7 processor inside, for example, a 62 watt-hour battery, 8 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive space. But of course it's depending on your configuration what you will get when you buy this little fella. So HP Envy 17 Leap Motion notebook is what we have here, and you will see there's not much inside the box. I already checked it out before. So we have just a little power charger, and it's not that little. It gives out 120 watts at 19.5 volts, or you can even say it's 6.15 amps. So about six times the power of an iPad charger. Then we have also here a little adapter for that, so you can plug it in, of course, directly to the power. This is now for Europe, but of course in the US it will be a little bit different. That's it here on the side. Then we have the notebook itself, which is, as I said, a 17-inch device, so not a small notebook. Let me just put it here into my lap, since there is of course more inside, like for example here a little bit of reading material, just how to configure your webcam and the first steps into Windows. This is in German right now, since I actually got it here from the German HP agency. So let me put that to the side. Also here the power adapter. Well, actually I can maybe even plug it in so you guys can see right away how it looks like. But actually if you have Leap Motion enabled, the power will drain really fast. And this is quite strange, but I guess the processor just has to count a lot. So let's see how the notebook looks like, and then let me plug it in and show you guys a little bit of a demo if it works. If not, well, then I have to configure it, and actually I want to do a review video about the notebook anyway, and so you guys should check that also out on my channel. Maybe it's already online when you guys are watching this, depending on what the time was when you guys watched this. So this is the notebook. Standard HP notebook, plastic on the outside, nothing special in build quality. We have a beautiful HP logo right here. On the back it says again Hewlett-Packard, there's no ports. There on the side though we have here headphone microphone in one, 2 USB 3.0 ports, then we have an optical drive, and here on the back there's actually the power plug, so the power will go right into there. On the front we have nothing. Just some speakers here on the bottom, and on the other side we have the SD card reader, 2 USB 3.0s, SD card network port of course if you need that, HDMI, here is the fan vent, and then we have Kensington for protection. On the bottom you can change the battery. As I said, it has 62 watt hours, quite big, but still it's about 2 to 3 hours of battery life for this big bulky machine. I mean, there's a big screen, a big power also to it when it comes to processing power, and you can actually change also your RAM, hard drive and everything right here on the bottom. All you have to do is take out the battery. There's one screw right there, then you can take off this bottom cover quite easily, so that's quite cool. Let me plug it in and then let's look at the inside. Here we go. Zip. So we have actually a touchscreen, even though Leap Motion means you don't even have to touch the screen. It says it right here on the bottom, Touch Smart. We have a webcam, 2 microphones to the left and right, so it's a little bit of noise cancellation. Again here the little Beats audio logo, which means that we should have good sound. You'll be able to see actually maybe the Beats logo right here also for the bass, and there's the 2 speakers here on the front. Now when we look at the keyboard, we can see that it's a quite big and beautiful keyboard. It's easy to type on, and here on the side we have also some space to use the numlock. Also here you can see the lead motion controller panel, which looks like it's actually the same size like the original one, and there's also fingerprint reader in this model, so that's even better for protection if you guys want that. Huge trackpad, enough space for about 5 fingers, but of course usually you need 2 to 3 fingers actually to scroll or maybe do some other gestures. We have a left and a right mouse button built in here on the bottom. They're quite stiff, so you have to press quite hard there. Huge space again here for the speakers. If those are speakers, we'll try it out later. And when I do my review, there's the on and off switch right here, which I can just press, and then the Windows should boot up, and then we could try out the lead motion on the full HD screen in this version. And as I said, it's an i7 here inside, and we even have the NVIDIA GeForce graphics, a little sticker here, so I guess we could even game on this notebook. So if you unlock the device, I have no clue actually what the password is, which means that we don't have a password. You can see that right here on the bottom, even if it's in German right now, there's a little lead motion controller logo, which means that it's enabled. Yes, so if I just go with my fingers here over the lead motion controller, it should work, but as I guessed, I have to configure it, show you guys a little bit airspace later, and some games or programs that are installed there. So this was just a really short hands-on after an unboxing here with the 17-inch HP Envy 17 Lead Motion notebook. I hope you liked my little hands-on thing. Much for tuning in. Till next time, my name is Balazs Guy.